Hello guys, welcome back to another video which is going to be about PHP. So if you don't know anything about PHP at all, you'll still be able to follow this video and start learning PHP from ground zero. So from our previous video, as you already know, we had this test.html file and we had the rest of the files. So we don't have to do anything. So this is a HTML file which you are able to see over here. So let me just divide the screen in half so that we can see the output as well as the input. So yeah, so as you can see here, now if I make any changes 1 2 3 4, and if I go over here, if I refresh it, you can see that. Okay, so if you don't know about anything about PHP, so first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna rename this file to index.php, because unless until we don't have a PHP file, we can't start learning it, right? So if I refresh this, this will be a not found because index.html no longer exists. So we have to do it like test.php. So as you can see, this is a valid HTML document, so which is being rendered as a PHP document. So point number one is anything that you write outside the PHP brackets, which PHP brackets are like these ones, PHP. So anything you write outside these PHP brackets, everything else is gonna render just like plain HTML. The next thing that you're gonna do is learn how. So I'll just erase it. I'll just do one thing, which is echo hello world. So as you can see now, I'm not rendering any valid HTML, just a PHP file saying hello world. So now echo statement is basically like your print statement in other languages. So it basically outputs this to the rendered page. So one thing is this, many times there might be some values that you're gonna need to see. Let's say arrays. If I say I have an array of fruits, so I'll call it fruits is equal to mango and let's say apple. So this is pretty generic, a declaration of an array. And if I want to print this, so if I do echo fruits, then it will show me an error that fruits is an array and you can't print array as a string. So array to string conversion is being done. So basically, we first studied about the echo statement. The next thing that we're gonna do is something called as variables. Variables are there in every language. So in C you have to declare variables like int C is equal to 0, or let us say double D, like these. So in PHP you don't have to declare the type of that variable. If you set the PHP to strict mode, then you'll have to declare the type, otherwise you're good to go. So yeah, we have this fruits array. So now basically let me show you a sample int. So I'll just say 0. Now sample float. So these are like just some examples that I'm taking so that you guys can better understand what I'm trying to do over here. Okay, so you can do things like these. You can like do string also. Let us say favorite fruit is equal to grapes, although they are not, but still we can do that, and then we can echo fair fruit. Okay, so grapes. Now if I say 0 and I comment this, now the favorite fruit is 0, so it will just print out 0. So as you can see, favorite fruit was an int, now it is a string. This program will run, first of all it will be int, and then it will become a string as we assign the string to it. So this is a basic thing. Now coming to advanced data structures, which go like arrays. You can implement other stack queue, etc., but arrays is something that is used most frequently. Again, this is not a complete PHP tutorial. We are just gonna learn the very basic concepts that we are gonna use. So if you want to go in depth about PHP, you might consider seeing other tutorial series or playlists about this. So this is about basic introduction to PHP. So we had echo statements, we had data like string, we had int. Now we are looking at arrays. Now how do you print an array, how do you traverse an array? So if you want just to see how the array looks, you can simply do print underscore r, which means in readable format, and I can do fruits. So instead of echo, I'll just print underscore r fruits. So as you can see, the key is 0 and the value is mango. So the key is 1 and the value is apple. So you might have learned about unordered map, in C++ and in Java. So this is kind of, you can use these as a map. So this is basically a key value, meaning associative arrays. So the key is 0 and the value is apple. So if you want to go into more depth, we can do like for, or we can do for each. So for each statement, fruits as key value, I'll just do one thing, I'll just echo the key, which should be 0, and I'll also append a new line so that we have a clearly visible output. BR basically means line break, we'll get a new line. So if I refresh this, okay, so print r is still there. As you can see, 0 and 1. So this is the key. If I add the value to it, I'll do key, and then I'll do value. Okay, so this is the key. Then we have this string arrow to see what value it stores, and then we have the value. So as you can see, 0 is the key, mango is the value, 1 is the key, apple is the value. Now this is coming by default, 0th index, first index, second index, just like arrays. Now let us say I want to store two different types of let us say details. Now I'll consider a structure. I'll say that there's a person and we want to store the name and the email of that person. So how will you go ahead and do that? So what we can do is we can use arrays for this purpose. We'll say person is equal to, and then we'll use the array declaration array. So I have created a blank array right now. So if I just do person as key value pair, then we won't see anything because it's an empty array, right? So what I can do is I can create a key called name, and I'll assign the value called Ajinkya, and then I'll put a comma, I'll do email, and then I'll output the value my email. So as you can see guys, the key is name and the value is email. Like the key is name, the value is Ajinkya, the key is email, the value is my email. So if I refresh this now, you can see that name is the key and email is the value. If you don't want to do it like this, there is arrow notation as well. There is the direct access using the index as well. So if I just do echo person and if I do name, so this should just output my name. I'll just comment this out for the time being. So as you can see my name. So if I want to access my email, I can just do change the key and then I'll have my email. So yeah guys, this is pretty much about PHP. Also some things that we're gonna do is let us say how to access the get variables, post variables. So basically what we do is we create a form and we put the submit button and then the data is sent to our backend. So how does our backend process it? So there are like HTTP requests. So get request is there, post request is there, put request is there, delete request is there. There are a number of different HTTP requests. So basically a get request is something that is used for fetching the data from server. So we are sending a get request here. If I pass a get variable, so I'll just call that id is equal to 2. So now I have passed a get parameter as 2. So how do I access this? So there are two ways of accessing this. So I'll just create a temp variable and I'll say that temp is dollar underscore request, and I'll just do print underscore r dollar temp. So as you can see guys, the id2 is given. So if I change it to id2 instead of id2, if I do name is equal to, let us say, Manali, then we will get that name is equal to Manali. So this is how we use the request super global. So global variables are the ones which start with dollar underscore, right? Again, if I have to use these get variables, I can do other thing by I can use this using dollar underscore get as well. So I'll get the same a kind of output. So if you are using the put or post request, you can do post. So more generic one is request, but I think if you are allowing some particular form to be submitted only via post method, then you should be using dollar underscore post for that. So this is how you take, if I want to pass multiple like values, you can do and branch is equal to IT. So now I'm getting two things, name is equal to Manali and branch is equal to IT. So this is how you retrieve the get variables from the URL to your code. So let us say I want to generate some, let us say new thing. I'll just do echo, hi, my name is, and I can use this syntax, or I can do full stop meaning concatenation. Hi, my name is dollar underscore request name. Again, I'll concatenate it with and my branch is dollar underscore request. Sorry, and my branch is branch, and a nice full stop there and semicolons to end the statement. Okay, so now whatever name I pass and whatever branch I pass, it is gonna show up in the statement. So it will show that hi, my name is Manali and my branch is IT. So if I change this to Ajinkya and CSE, then it will be hi, my name is Ajinkya and my branch is CSE. So why do we use these get variables? So let us say we have our internship portal in this case and we want to fetch the 10 internships at Mumbai. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna pass this location is equal to Mumbai and count is equal to 10 and category is equal to machine learning. Okay, so this is our URL. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna take the location is equal to dollar underscore request location. Then we are gonna do dollar count, how many internships you want, dollar underscore request count. Then we are gonna do dollar cat is equal to, or category is equal to dollar underscore request cat. And now what we can do is we can just simply query our database, generate the result, which would be the internships of machine learning in Mumbai and 10 in number, and we can just return those. So for now I'll just echo these values immediately. I'll say internships at location, then I'll say number of internships, which would be, again I can use dollar count, and I can do a new line and I can say of machine learning. So I'll just do dollar category. So this is basically gonna print internships at Mumbai number 10 and of, or we can say category Mumbai. So if I just go ahead and hit enter, internships at Mumbai number 10, category is machine learning. So now that we have this in our code, we can query the database and we can generate the internships that we want. So this is some basic PHP. Now let us go back to our HTML template. So I'll just use emmet to create a document and I can do hi, and I'll just print it. So it will come right here, like simple hi will come. Now what I want actually is, let us say, uh, I'll just say hi. So now this will be a simple page where we'll have our nav bar, header, etc. And there will be, let us say, a title. So I'll just say H3 internships ad. Okay, so we have this internships ad, and then what we can do is actually go ahead and say PHP echo dollar location. So now what this is gonna do is, this is gonna print internships at Mumbai. So from where this Mumbai is coming from, URL. So if I change it to Delhi, then it will become internships at Delhi. Next, let us say if I want to render a div, and I'll just say internships, internship number 1. Okay, and now for the sake of some formatting, I'll just add some styles here. I'll say border is 1px solid gray. Yeah, we have it. Then I'll just add some margin of, let's say, one relative. Yeah, and then we'll have padding of one relative again. So this is a card. Let us say this is internship number 1, and there will be some another internship details which will be stipend, etc. Internship details. So guys, as you know, so this is a card which will say the internship details and internship number 1. So now I have so I'll just say that found X number of internships. So this X can be like the count that was passed. So I'll just replace this X. I'll say PHP echo dollar count. So found 10 internships. Now we have to show the 10 internships to particular user. So this is like internship 1. So this will be naturally internship 2. So like this we have to show all the internships. So what we can do is we can actually take this as a template, and what we can do is, so I'll just create a PHP here, PHP tag PHP, and then I'll go over here and I'll close the PHP tag. I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say echo. I'm gonna give a single apostrophe and another single apostrophe again. So as you can see now, this PHP is rendering this particular echo statement. So what we have to do is we have to say for dollar count, or we can say for I is equal to 0, I is less than count, I plus plus. So what we are basically doing is, sorry, for I is equal to 0, I less than count, I plus plus. So for 0 to 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9, this entire echo block will repeat. So let us just say refresh and see what happens. So as you can see guys, we are getting the 10 internships, but all these are identical. So what we have to do is we have to replace these details. So this is hash. So I'll just do concatenate the I value there, or I can say I plus 1 value here in a bracket. So now this will be 0th index, meaning 0 plus 1 1, internship 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, that like that. So as you can see now 10 internships are being generated. Again, these details we can vary using the database like the database internship that we get from database, we can display those instead of like creating data like this. So let us say if I don't want 10, if I just want 5 internships, so we can get these 5 internships as well. So I can say internship number this, I can say BR, and I can say like category, and I can do like again I can do dollar category. So this will concatenate the category over here as well. So category is machine learning. So this is it, guys. Taking the get variables, how to generate HTML using PHP, and etc. In the next video, we're gonna see what is database and how do we use it using PHP And in the next video, we're gonna see how to use PHP to access our database. So this is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching.